Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean of abundance. Can you see it? The shimmering waters of possibility stretching to the horizon, each wave bringing new opportunities closer to shore. This ocean has always been there, waiting for you to discover its treasures, to understand that you were never meant to live in scarcity. Today, you've been drawn to this moment for a reason that goes beyond coincidence. Perhaps you've been feeling that quiet whisper inside, that gentle nudge suggesting there must be more than the financial struggles you've been experiencing. That whisper is right. There's so much more waiting for you. What if I told you that the very fabric of abundance is woven into the universe, and that through spiritual connection, you could access currents of prosperity that have seemed out of reach until now? What if this prayer becomes the key that unlocks a door you've been standing before, wondering if it would ever open? This isn't just any prayer. This is a sacred conversation, a divine alignment between your deepest financial hopes and the abundant nature of creation itself. For centuries, those who understood the spiritual laws governing prosperity have tapped into this wellspring of abundance. Kings and queens, leaders and visionaries, they all discovered what I'm about to share with you. Today, something extraordinary is about to unfold. As these words reach your heart, they're creating ripples in your financial reality. The prayer we'll share together carries ancient wisdom yet speaks to your present circumstances with profound relevance. I want you to understand that this isn't about quick fixes or magical thinking. This is about aligning your spirit with the natural flow of abundance that surrounds us all. It's about removing the invisible barriers that have been standing between you and the prosperity that rightfully belongs in your life. Some call it miracle, others call it alignment with divine principles of abundance. Whatever name you give it, know that countless lives have been transformed through the power of faith-filled prayer directed toward financial breakthrough. You might be wondering what makes this prayer different. After all, you may have prayed about your finances before. The difference lies in the intention, the understanding, and the expectation we bring to this sacred moment. Together, we'll create a powerful resonance that opens channels of prosperity in your life. The words we'll speak will awaken something dormant within you, your innate capacity to receive and generate wealth. They'll remind your spirit of its birthright of abundance. They'll reconnect you with the source of all provision. As we prepare for this transformative prayer, I want you to release any skepticism or doubt. Those are the very blockages that have kept financial blessings at bay. Instead, approach this moment with childlike faith, with open hands and an expectant heart. This is your moment of financial breakthrough. The universe has orchestrated countless events to bring you to this very place, this very time. Nothing about this encounter is accidental. You are on the threshold of a new financial reality, one where provision flows easily, debts dissolve, opportunities multiply, and abundance becomes your new normal. Take a deep breath. Feel the anticipation building within your spirit. Something is shifting already, simply because you've made yourself available for this divine appointment with abundance. Are you ready? Are you truly ready to step into the financial blessing that has been waiting for you? Then let's begin this journey together, a journey from lack to abundance, from financial stress to prosperity peace. Do you remember the last time you opened your mailbox and felt that familiar knot forming in your stomach? Bills stacked on bills, each one a reminder of financial pressure that sometimes feels like it's crushing the very breath from your lungs. Have you found yourself lying awake at night, mind racing with calculations, wondering how you'll stretch your resources to meet all your obligations? Perhaps you've sat at your kitchen table, calculator in hand, trying to perform financial miracles with numbers that simply won't cooperate. Moving figures around, postponing one payment to make another, knowing in your heart that you're simply delaying the inevitable moment when you must face the reality of your financial situation. Have you ever felt the deep embarrassment of having your card declined at the checkout counter? The burning in your cheeks as you mumble an excuse, sensing the impatience of those waiting behind you? Or maybe you've experienced the weight of saying no to your children's simple requests because there simply wasn't enough to spare. Financial stress doesn't just affect our bank accounts. It seeps into every corner of our lives. It strains our relationships when conversations about money turn into arguments. It compromises our health when worry about finances robs us of sleep and peace. It dims our joy when we can't fully celebrate life's moments because of the cost. It even affects our sense of purpose and worth, whispering lies that our value is somehow tied to our financial status. I know what it's like to check your account balance and feel your heart sink. To calculate days until payday like they're lifelines thrown to someone drowning. To feel shame when comparing your financial reality to what others seem to be enjoying. To wonder if you've somehow failed because prosperity seems to flow to everyone except you. Have you found yourself questioning your worth because of your financial circumstances? Wondering if you're being punished? Asking why others seem to attract abundance while you struggle to make ends meet? These questions are natural, but they come from a place of spiritual disconnection, a temporary forgetting of your true identity as a child of abundance. For some of you, financial struggle has become so familiar that you can hardly imagine a different reality. You've resigned yourself to just getting by as if it were your assigned portion in life. Others of you remember times of prosperity, but find yourselves currently wandering in a financial desert, wondering if you'll ever find your way back to abundance. Some of you are carrying the burden of debt that feels like a mountain you can never climb. Every step forward is met with interest rates and penalties that push you 2 steps back. The dream of financial freedom seems just that, a dream increasingly distant and unreachable. Perhaps you've tried everything: budgeting systems, financial advisors, side hustles, even previous prayers about your finances. You've worked harder, stretched further, sacrificed more, yet the breakthrough remains elusive. And now a voice inside whispers the most painful question of all. What if this is as good as it gets? I understand the spiritual weariness that comes with prolonged financial struggle. It tests your faith. It makes you question whether you're truly seen and heard by the divine. It tempts you to believe that abundance is for others but not for you. But I'm here to tell you with absolute certainty that financial struggle is not your spiritual inheritance. The same force that created magnificent abundance throughout the universe did not suddenly become stingy when it came to your life. The same divine power that feeds the birds of the air and clothes the lilies of the field has not forgotten about your needs. Your financial situation is not a reflection of your worth. It is simply a temporary condition, one that is about to change. The very fact that you're hearing these words now is evidence that you're being called into a new financial reality. Every anxiety you felt about money, every sleepless night, every difficult decision between necessities, they have not gone unnoticed. They are about to be transformed into testimony of how divine provision can suddenly shift circumstances that seemed immovable. Today, we stand together at a spiritual crossroads. Behind you lies the familiar path of financial limitation. Before you stretches a new path of abundance. The journey begins with a simple but profound choice. Will you dare to believe that your financial story is about to be rewritten? In the ancient wisdom of spiritual texts, we find a profound truth in Proverbs 10:22. The blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. This verse reveals something remarkable about prosperity, that there exists a form of wealth that comes without the burden of stress, manipulation, or endless striving. It speaks of abundance that flows from alignment with divine principles rather than exhausting human effort alone. The solution to financial struggle has always been more spiritual than we've been taught to believe. While practical wisdom certainly has its place, there exists a deeper reality where prosperity begins in the realm of spirit before manifesting in the physical world. This is where prayer becomes your most powerful financial tool, not just religious ritual, but spiritual technology that alters the very fabric of your reality. Prayer is the bridge between the visible world of material limitations and the invisible world of infinite supply. It connects your finite circumstances to the infinite resources of the universe. When approached with genuine faith and alignment with spiritual laws, prayer becomes the conduit through which abundance can flow unobstructed into your life. Why does prayer work for financial transformation? Because it addresses the root causes of financial struggle, not just the symptoms. It dismantles limiting beliefs about money that you may have unconsciously carried for years. It breaks generational patterns of lack that have been passed down through your family line. It aligns your spirit with the natural flow of abundance that is the true design of the universe. Prayer creates a vibrational shift in your relationship with money. It moves you from fear to faith, from scarcity to sufficiency, from desperation to expectation. This energetic transformation begins to attract new financial opportunities that previously remained invisible to you. Doors that seemed firmly closed begin to crack open. Resources that seemed out of reach begin to move toward you. The prayer we're about to engage in isn't merely about asking for money. That would be too simplistic. Rather, this prayer is about restoration, restoring you to your rightful place as an heir to abundance. It's about remembering who you truly are and what you were created to experience in the area of finances. Think of this prayer as a declaration of freedom from financial bondage. Just as prisoners don't negotiate their release, they simply receive the key that unlocks their chains. You don't need to negotiate with the universe for prosperity. You simply need to accept the key of faith that unlocks the abundance that has always been your spiritual birthright. This prayer works because it aligns you with spiritual laws that govern prosperity, laws as certain as gravity. These include the law of gratitude, where thankfulness for what you have opens the door for more. The law of giving, where generosity creates a vacuum that must be filled. And the law of expectation, where what you genuinely believe becomes your reality. Regardless of how impossible your financial situation may seem from a purely logical perspective, understand that you are now stepping into a realm where the rules of limitation no longer apply. You're entering a dimension where provision can appear from unexpected sources, where debts can be suddenly forgiven, where opportunities for increase can manifest seemingly out of nowhere. The prayer we're about to share is both ancient and timeless, drawing on spiritual wisdom that has transformed countless lives throughout history. It will serve as a reset button for your financial reality, erasing patterns of lack and establishing new patterns of abundance. As we prepare to pray, I want you to approach this moment not as a desperate plea, but as a powerful declaration, a claiming of what rightfully belongs to you in the spiritual economy of the universe. This isn't about begging, it's about believing. It isn't about hoping for the best. It's about knowing the truth of your abundant nature. Now, before we enter into this sacred prayer for financial breakthrough, I invite you to take a meaningful action that will anchor your intention and prepare your spirit to receive. This isn't a ritual or superstition, but a symbolic act that demonstrates your readiness for transformation. Find something small that represents your financial hope, perhaps a coin, a bill from your wallet, or even just a piece of paper with a dollar amount written on it. Hold this symbol in your hand as we pray. Let it become a physical point of contact between your faith and the invisible realm of abundance. Next, I want you to write down the exact financial breakthrough you're seeking. Be specific. Is it a certain amount of debt you need cleared? A specific income level you're believing for? A particular opportunity you've been hoping would manifest? Write it down with clarity and conviction. This act of writing crystallizes your intention and creates a clear target for your faith. Now take a deep breath. As you inhale, imagine drawing in divine energy, pure potential, and possibility. As you exhale, release all doubt, fear, and past disappointments regarding money. Breathe in abundance, breathe out scarcity, breathe in faith, breathe out worry. Let each breath become a cleansing preparation for the prayer we're about to share. If possible, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed for the next several minutes. This is your sacred appointment with abundance. Close the door to distractions. Silence your phone. Create a moment that honors the importance of what we're about to do together. Place your hand over your heart, connecting with your deepest truth. Feel the beating of your heart, the rhythm of life within you. This same life force that keeps your heart beating without your conscious effort is the same intelligence that can bring order and abundance to your financial world. As we prepare to pray, I invite you to speak this simple phrase aloud as a declaration of your readiness. I am open to receiving financial abundance now. Say it with conviction. Say it as if you're opening a door that has been closed for too long. Remember, this prayer is not just words, it is spiritual energy directed with purpose. Your belief activates its power. Your expectation determines its effectiveness. So as we pray, don't just hear the words, feel them. Don't just say them, become them. This moment marks the dividing line between your past financial story and the new chapter that's about to begin. From this point forward, you're entering a new relationship with money, one based on freedom, flow, and divine favor. Are you ready? Centered in this present moment, with faith rising in your heart, let's step together into this powerful prayer for financial breakthrough. Divine source of all abundance, I come before you now with an open heart and a spirit hungry for transformation. I acknowledge that every good and perfect gift comes from above, including the blessing of financial prosperity. I recognize that you are the ultimate provider, the owner of all resources in the universe, and that your supply is limitless. Today, I stand at a sacred threshold, leaving behind a life of financial struggle and stepping into a life of abundance that reflects your nature. I release my grip on scarcity thinking. I let go of the belief that there isn't enough. I surrender the false idea that I must struggle to receive. These limiting beliefs no longer have power over my financial reality. Creator of galaxies and architect of atoms, you who designed systems of perfect balance and magnificent abundance throughout nature, I align myself with your generous heart. Just as you cause seeds to multiply into harvests and rivers to flow without ceasing, I open myself to receive the natural flow of prosperity that is my spiritual inheritance. Can you feel it? The shift is already beginning within you. Ancient barriers to prosperity are dissolving, channels long blocked are clearing. The very DNA of your financial life is being rewritten in this moment. I release all guilt associated with receiving abundance. I reject the lie that poverty is somehow more spiritual than prosperity. I embrace the truth that financial freedom will enable me to fulfill my purpose and bless others in ways that scarcity never could. I understand now that my prosperity serves a greater purpose in the divine economy. Divine Provider, I bring before you my specific financial needs. You see the bills that need to be paid. You know the debts that have felt like chains. You understand the opportunities that have seemed out of reach due to lack of resources. I name these situations now in my heart, knowing that you hear both my spoken and unspoken prayers. For too long, I've lived in a desert of financial limitation, but today I see the clouds of abundance gathering on the horizon. I sense the rain of provision that is about to fall. I feel the first drops of blessing touching my life, quenching the thirst of my financial drought. Where fear of lack once lived, I now plant seeds of expectation. Where anxiety about money once ruled, I establish peace. Where financial doors have been closed, I now see them swinging open. What seemed impossible in the natural realm is now possible through spiritual power that defies human understanding. I declare that unexpected income is finding its way to me now. Surprising opportunities are being drawn to me like metal to a magnet. Resources I haven't even imagined are being directed toward my life. People who can assist my financial breakthrough are thinking of me at this very moment. Divine wisdom, show me if there are areas where I've been blocking my own abundance. Reveal any negative associations with wealth that I've unconsciously held. Heal any wounds from my past that have affected my relationship with money. Transform my thinking from scarcity to sufficiency, from fear to faith, from doubt to expectation. I renounce financial chaos and welcome divine order into my finances. I release financial confusion and embrace clarity. I reject the spirit of poverty and receive the spirit of prosperity. I am no longer a victim of economic circumstances, but a recipient of supernatural supply. Can you feel the chains of financial bondage breaking? Can you sense old limitations falling away? The atmosphere around you is charged with possibility. The spiritual laws of abundance are being activated on your behalf. Just as water finds its way through any crack, divine abundance is finding its way to you through every available channel. Just as light dispels darkness without effort, prosperity is now naturally dispelling lack in your life. Just as a seed contains everything needed to become a forest, the seed of this prayer contains everything needed for your complete financial transformation. I declare that I am debt-free and moving into overflow. I declare that I am a magnet for money and opportunities for increase find me easily. I declare that I am a good steward of abundance and wealth flows to me and through me to bless others. I declare that the work of my hands is blessed and my income increases steadily. I am transforming from a borrower to a lender, from one who lacks to one who gives, from one who worries about money to one who manages abundance with wisdom and purpose. This transformation isn't just about my bank account, it's about my identity, my sense of security, and my understanding of divine provision. Financial freedom is my new reality. Increasing prosperity is my new normal. Divine favor in my finances is my daily experience. Supernatural provision is my inherited blessing. The same power that created worlds from nothing is now creating abundance in my financial landscape. The same voice that spoke light into darkness is speaking order into my economic situation. The same love that holds the universe together is bringing harmony to my relationship with money. I see it. I feel it. I know it. My financial breakthrough isn't just coming. It has already begun in the spiritual realm and is now manifesting in the physical world. What was empty is being filled. What was broken is being mended. What was lacking is being supplied. Rivers of abundance are flowing toward me, and no force can stop what the divine has set in motion. Gates of prosperity once rusted shut are swinging open with ease. Seeds of financial blessing long dormant are suddenly sprouting, ready to bear fruit 30, 60, and 100-fold. I thank you, Divine Provider, for hearing this prayer. I express gratitude now for the abundance that is already mine in the spiritual realm and is manifesting now in my tangible experience. My thanksgiving is not just for what I see, but for what I know is already in motion. The tide of my financial life has turned, the season of scarcity has ended, the dawn of prosperity has broken, and I stand ready to receive, ready to steward, and ready to share the abundance that is now flowing without obstruction into every area of my financial world. It is done, it is finished, it is established. My financial breakthrough is here. In this sacred moment, something profound has shifted in the atmosphere around you. The words we've spoken together have created vibrations in both seen and unseen realms. The prayer we've shared is already bearing fruit, already setting in motion forces of abundance that cannot be reversed. I want you to feel the solidity of this truth. Your financial situation is changing. Not someday, not eventually, but now. Right now, as these words reach your ears, the universe is reorganizing itself to bring resource to you. Right now, as your heart receives this message, opportunities are aligning. Right now, as your spirit connects with these truths, the very molecules of your financial reality are being rearranged. See yourself walking into your bank and discovering your balance has increased unexpectedly. Imagine opening your mail to find that a debt has been forgiven. Visualize your phone ringing with news of an opportunity that will increase your income. These aren't empty fantasies. They are previews of possibilities that exist for you in this new financial dimension you've entered. I declare that where there was financial drought, there is now abundant rain. Where there were empty accounts, there is now steady increase. Where there were mounting debts, there is now progressive freedom. Where there was anxiety about money, there is now peace that passes understanding. Your days of just getting by are over. Your season of financial struggle is coming to an end. The narrative of not enough is being erased and replaced with a new story, one of more than enough, one of overflow, one of abundant supply, meeting every need and fulfilling long-held dreams. The financial wisdom you need is flowing to you now. Ideas for better stewardship are dawning in your mind. Concepts for wealth creation are taking shape in your imagination. Strategies for debt elimination are becoming clear. You're becoming as wise about money as you are passionate about your purpose. I see financial doors opening for you that have been closed for years. I see resources coming to you from unexpected sources. I see increase that defies logical explanation. I see favor causing people to want to bless you financially. I see a breaking of cycles of lack that have affected your family for generations. No longer will you dread checking your mail or answering your phone for fear of financial pressure. No longer will you lie awake calculating how to make ends meet. No longer will you feel the sting of saying, "I can't afford it" to yourself or loved ones. No longer will money be a source of argument or stress in your relationships. Instead, you will know the joy of giving generously without calculating the cost. You will experience the peace of having more than enough. You will feel the satisfaction of watching your resources grow. You will enjoy the freedom of choices that were previously unavailable to you. This isn't wishful thinking. This is your new reality. This isn't temporary relief. This is lasting transformation. This isn't just emotional comfort. This is practical, tangible change in your financial circumstances. Feel it becoming solid within you, this unshakable confidence that your relationship with money has fundamentally changed. You are not who you were financially before this prayer. You have crossed an invisible line from scarcity into abundance, from limitation into possibility, from not enough into more than enough. Your financial breakthrough isn't dependent on the economy, on your boss, on the government, or on any external factor. It flows from your reconnection to the source of all abundance, from your realignment with spiritual laws of prosperity, from your renewed understanding of your rightful place in the divine economy. Every dollar that comes to you now multiplies. Every debt that leaves your life stays gone. Every financial decision you make is guided by wisdom beyond your own understanding. Every resource you touch increases in value. This is the new pattern of your financial experience. The struggle is over. The strain is finished. The worry is completed. In their place stands a new financial reality marked by ease, marked by increase, marked by more than enough. You have stepped into a flow of abundance that has always been available, but perhaps not always accessible to you. Now that you've aligned with it through the power of this prayer, expect to see evidence appear in your everyday life. Expect coincidences that bring financial blessing. Expect to find yourself at the right place at the right time for economic advantage. Expect favor beyond what your credentials, experience, or background would normally create. Your financial freedom is not just a future hope, it is a present reality unfolding right before your eyes. Watch for it. Expect it, celebrate the first signs of it, and know with certainty that what has begun will continue until transformation is complete. As we bring this sacred time to a close, I want you to take a moment to feel the difference in your spirit. Notice how differently you think about your financial future now compared to when we began. That shift you feel isn't just emotional uplift, it's evidence of real transformation taking place at the deepest level of your being. You've participated in something more powerful than a mere recitation of words. You've engaged in an ancient spiritual technology that has altered the very fabric of your financial reality. The prayer we've shared has created ripples that will continue to expand outward, touching every aspect of your economic life with divine favor and abundance. This isn't the end of something, it's the beginning. From this moment forward, you'll begin to notice signs of financial breakthrough appearing in your life. When they come, not if, but when, take a moment to acknowledge them. Even the smallest evidence deserves recognition, for it confirms that larger blessings are on their way. I invite you to cement this transformation by taking one simple action. Share your experience with someone else who needs financial breakthrough, not to boast, but to extend the blessing. When you become a channel of hope for others, you open yourself to receive even greater abundance. The river that flows through you keeps you refreshed as it moves toward those around you. If you've been moved by this experience, leave a comment sharing just one word that describes how you feel right now. Perhaps it's hopeful, renewed, expectant, or peaceful. That single word becomes your declaration, a milestone marking where your financial transformation began. To those who have just discovered this prayer, know that you haven't arrived here by accident. You were guided to this very moment by a force that knows exactly what you need. The same breakthrough others are experiencing is equally available to you. The same abundance others are stepping into is your birthright as well. Join this community of believers who are watching their financial realities transform through the power of faith-filled prayer. I bless your hands that whatever they touch prospers. I bless your mind that it conceives ideas that generate wealth. I bless your eyes that they recognize opportunities others miss. I bless your connections that they bring you into contact with those who can accelerate your financial breakthrough. Go forward now in confidence, knowing that the prayer we've shared continues to work on your behalf, even when you're not thinking about it. The seeds we've planted in faith are being watered by divine favor and will produce a harvest of abundance in your life. Remember this truth as you return to your daily activities. Your financial miracle is not just coming, it is already in motion. Walk in that assurance. Live from that certainty. And watch as your financial world transforms before your very eyes.